Rionik was a lonely, idiotic, and good-for-nothing young man. He would spend all his waking hours playing a dating simulator game because he simply couldn't bring himself to talk to real girls. But then, quite suddenly, one day, he passes away, and he is then reincarnated into that very same world, carrying with him all the memories of his previous life. And in what seems like no time at all, he quickly becomes the wealthiest individual in that entire world. What's more, he even manages to acquire the most incredibly powerful cheat skill available within that world, and all of these combined factors ultimately transform him into the single strongest character in that world. But as soon as our main character opens his eyes, he looks around and realizes exactly where he is. Just then, a man strikes him on the head and angrily demands to know why he ran away from home. After this, a significant amount of time passes. We are then shown a scene from many years later. Here, we find Leon, who declares, "After all these years, I finally understood that I am utterly trapped within this game. I'm merely a character whom absolutely no one holds in high regard, not even in this world." Essentially, Leon was reincarnated into the family of a farmer. Leon does, from time to time, offer assistance to his parents. Now, everything was proceeding quite smoothly. But then, all of a sudden, one day, Leon is informed that he must absolutely marry a 60-year-old woman. And this particular lady had in fact murdered her previous 7 husbands, and now she's setting her sights directly on Leon. No matter how many times Leon would refuse the idea of marriage, his family there was absolutely not willing to accept his decision. Leon also states that once he gets into the academy, he can find a suitable girl for himself and then proceed to marry her. However, his family completely rejects this particular suggestion or idea from him. But our Leon is certainly not a new or inexperienced player. He has been actively playing this game for many years now, so Leon essentially already possesses a great deal of knowledge and understanding about this world. And now, after all these discussions, Leon finally decides that he will go out and embark on a hunt and become so incredibly wealthy that no one else in this entire world will be richer than him. Then, just a few days after all these things had been said and done, he sets off on a hunt without telling a single soul. He was currently in an airship, which happened to be one of Leon's many possessions. Leon has played this game so extensively that he's familiar with every single location within it. Now, as he advances just a little further, he notices a teleportation circle right in front of him, and Leon, quite deliberately, steps right into that teleportation circle. The very moment he steps inside, he emerges into a raging storm outside, and that storm was so incredibly powerful that it slowly but surely tore his entire ship apart. In just a short while, Leon's airship completely shatters, and Leon is violently pulled into the heart of that raging storm. Truth be told, Leon had absolutely no idea he would ever get trapped in such a powerful tempest. A little while later, Leon's eyes slowly open, and he has no understanding at all of where he might be. But before he could understand anything, he falls from the tree. And as soon as Leon sees that place in front of him, he remembers that he has been to that place many times before. Yes, when he was alive in his past life and used to play games all day long. Now Leon quietly makes his way into that abandoned place. It seems that a very big treasure might be hidden somewhere inside a room here. As he ventures a little further, Leon's eyes fall upon a formidable robot diligently guarding that particular area. Immediately, without wasting any precious time, Leon loads a magic bullet into his gun and fires at it. And with just a single shot, that robot is also utterly destroyed. Following this, Leon proceeds further, and there he discovers a skeleton which was identified as that of a scientist. Leon retrieves the identification card from the scientist's remains, knowing full well that it would prove essential for his journey ahead. The moment he scans that identification card, a vast and expansive area suddenly opens up before his eyes, where Leon beholds an enormous private jet, a purchase made by none other than Leon himself. Now, as soon as Leon steps inside the spaceship, he proceeds to scan his ID card, and the moment he scans his ID, he's granted access to enter the ship. In just a short while, Leon manages to reach the control room of that very ship. However, the instant Leon enters the control room, still within his own jet, a robot suddenly appears right in front of him, and that robot, upon seeing Leon, immediately declares, "You are an intruder." Essentially, the robot was perceiving Leon as an enemy. Leon quickly loads a magic bullet into his gun and shoots at it, but it simply has no effect whatsoever. Leon suddenly gets terrified and shares his ID with the robot, saying, "Look at my ID, I used to work right here." But our robot was not about to listen to any of this. He straight away begins to attack Leon. Leon somehow manages to save his life and flees from there, and then he jumps and throws another magic bullet at it. But still, nothing happens to that robot, and it picks up and creates a security barrier. And after this, not a single one of Leon's attacks on the robot succeeds. Then Leon throws a grenade at the robot, which causes a huge explosion on it. Our Leon was feeling quite overjoyed, thinking that he had finally won. But just then, the robot's hand appears, grabs him, and lifts him right up. Holding Leon firmly in its grasp, it then launches a barrage of attacks on him.